Well, the adoption of technologies behind cryptocurrencies, large data chains, and fungible tokens is really growing at breakneck speeds, and that tech backing these disruptors has become especially useful today, including transferring funds to help Ukrainian humanitarian efforts or nimbly buying a slice of your favorite artist's digital work. For a look now at what's taking shape and why Canada could become a leader in this space, we have Don Tapscott joining us, co-founder and executive chairman of the Blockchain Research Institute. Don, I really appreciate you being here on CP24 Breakfast this morning. Before we get into how all this works, can you explain a bit more to some people who may not be as familiar with blockchain in kind of simple terms what it is and what it's about?
Well, it's the second internet. For 40 years, we've had an internet of information. But if I send you some information, I'm sending you a copy. That doesn't work so well for assets like money or securities or intellectual property or art and music. You don't want someone copying your vote. And if I send you some money, it's important I don't still have a copy. The way that we manage this problem in our economy is through intermediaries, banks, credit card companies, stock exchanges, so on. And they enable us to transact and trust each other. Now what we've got is a second era of the internet where we can not only move information around directly between you and me, we can move value, assets. Anything from money to a vote can be managed, stored, transacted. And trust is not achieved by an intermediary, it's achieved by software and cryptography. This is an extraordinary thing.
Okay, so Don, when it comes to what's happening in Ukraine right now in terms of helping people in Ukraine or helping the fighters in Ukraine, continue to be funded so they can continue their efforts here, how is this working, and how are you seeing it, playing out in real time now?
Well, what's happening is people all around the world are directly funding the resistance using this blockchain technology and sending digital currencies or cryptocurrencies. 10 years ago, in a situation like this, what could you do as an individual? You could give some money to the Red Cross. Now you can put arms directly in the hands of Ukrainian resistance fighters. And President Zelensky has given an address, a digital address, crypto address, where you can send that money, and that money goes right into purchasing arms.
Is the reverse not true? Because there's always a downside to technologies like this. Could Russia and Russian forces not be benefiting from the same sort of type of transactions, though, Don?
Well, the technology has a lot of neutrality, and it can be used by the good guys, and it can also be used by the bad guys. It would be a mistake to ban or try and ban crypto in Russia, though. That would backfire a lot. Among other things, it would drive a lot of Russian users of this technology towards the Chinese digital currency.
Okay. And let me ask you while I've got you here, Don, because this has come up in the federal conservative leadership race. Pierre Poilievre has talked a lot about blockchain, Bitcoin, and how Canada needs to sort of shift towards that. How do you like that in terms of what it could do to the Canadian economy? Are you confident and secure in it and believe this is a good sort of policy platform?
Well, I won't speak to all of the policies of Mr. Poilievre, but on this issue, he's right. That the first era of the internet was based on Silicon Valley. Where's the second era going to be based? It could be based in Canada. And this means that we can use this technology to improve not just our banking system, but our supply chains, our healthcare, every industry in society. And this is a wonderful opportunity, but unfortunately we don't get this in Canada. We think that, well, what's the big technology? It's AI. But AI is not as important as this new blockchain technology, because it enables us to create whole new innovative models of doing everything in society. I'll ask you a little quiz. What do you think is the most valuable business ever created in Canada? Don't worry, no one has ever got this right.
I was going to say BlackBerry, but I know it's sort of gone down ever since. So Shopify's kind of up there now, but you tell me then.
Well, those are both very good bets, or very good guesses. There's a business called Ethereum, which is a blockchain that's worth more than 4 times Shopify's value today. It's worth more than RBC, TD, the top 3 banks combined. And that was created in Canada, and because of our regulatory environment, they had to leave the country. So this is a burning issue, and I'm thankful it's being raised in the election, because if we don't get this right, we're going to fall behind in terms of our innovativeness and competitiveness as economy, and we're going to miss a lot of opportunities to use this technology to do things better, like to manage our manage our health care or to improve our manufacturing and other critical parts of the economy. Oil and gas, for example. Blockchain is critical in helping us move towards a green and a sustainable energy environment. So it's time for us to wake up and, unfortunately, Mr. Poilievre is a very partisan guy. I don't think this should be a partisan issue. I think all candidates should wake up and understand that we need to do this right.
All right, well, listen, we appreciate the perspective, Don Tapscott, and we know people are waking up with us this morning, so thanks so much for joining us here on CP24 Breakfast, Executive Chairman of the Blockchain Research Institute. Great chat.
My pleasure.